Hey, welcome everybody to the Full 42. We are talking about our top 5 games for the holidays. Not games, not games.
Not
Gifts.
games.
Gifts for the holidays.
Literally in the upper corner.
Yeah.
The title is in the upper corner.
Yeah. Is it? It is.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. The top 5 board gamer gifts. I've never seen that up at the top left.
I've literally pointed that out to you multiple times.
This is episode 239, I think.
Yep,
That's the first time I've noticed that. All right, cool.
Speaking of episode 239, we welcome back Julie. Very excited to have Julie Ahern back. Yay. We have some things to talk about.
We have things. We have much to discuss.
We have things. We have been talking
in the words of
more
our favorite
lately. The what?
Worf. We have much to discuss.
Oh, we have much to discuss. We have been talking a lot more lately than normal. Usually we see each other at conventions and chat and catch up. But lately we've been this fine thing over here. We have had the opportunity to play this. I think it was your first time playing it in June at Origins, other than development and doing the writing and everything. We actually got to sit down and play through half a game of it.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. And then to look at what, because they sent a copy for Bobby, so it's a co-design with me, Bobby, and Keith. They sent a copy up for us to drool over, and we did such thing on I think it was Thursday. I think we did it on Thursday. And it was the first time, other than the pictures on the GameFound site, the first time I got to look at the fanciness that has been updated since we looked at it in Origins. At Origins, it is stunningly beautiful.
Yeah, we got a early factory proof before final edits and everything, just so that we could actually physically play it and really get in. Also because it was a early setup for our manufacturers, which speeds the process because it is so big. Right. So that was good, but also all the typos that I've painstakingly been editing ever since.
There are no typos.
Myth and legend. You want to show the cover for people who don't know what we were talking about 5 minutes before we were. But there you go. Yeah,
we jumped right into it. Mike's a little excited.
I'm very excited. I'm extremely excited. It's good to see you, and it's good to have you on the show again. And we get to talk about some fun stuff. So I'm very excited. It's also the holidays, and I'm giddy around the holidays, as you can tell.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's subtle, but
little.
Actually, hey, I've got my
love it. Oh, is that the Little Debbie tree on? That's great.
On the Griswold station wagon, yeah.
That's great. That's awesome. Love it. Thank you, Dave. Yeah, I love it. Yep. I do like that movie, just a tad as well. Yes, we got a fun show. I'm probably we'll stay away from spoilers, but I'll show some stuff, some cool stuff as we go.
Oh, for sure.
Through this stuff.
Well, we did some spoilers. If you go on it's pre-order on GameFound, and anybody who's interested can go and look. And we have a section. We didn't do like a full game on it, but Leo, AJ, and I, Leo being AJ's son, we played like 3 rounds. We had actually played the first 5 rounds and realized that the mic was on mute. So then recorded like rounds 6, 7, 8 of us with the mic, and it was hilarious because we had some really cool things happen that nobody could you could watch us pantomime it.
Oh no.
So we played a full game. 3 rounds of it was actually recorded and shown, and then AJ did a solo gameplay. So we do have some spoilers out there, so it's okay.
Yeah, there's some. There's definitely some, and it really is. I mean, we'll get into the weeds a little bit of it, but it really is like once you know a thing, it's going to be hard to get back to that thing. It's not as easy as you just go through the steps and do the things again. You have to have the right numbers. You have to have the roll. You have to have the thing come up, and it's not as easy as being on a rail if you wanted to get the same outcome. I think there's the replay of it is going to be it's going to make that much harder to do for people if they want to do that.
Yes.
I want to read some of these things.
Well, and being the person, so the lead developer who also did a fair amount of writing for it after the fact. I've played it a ton. And I'll know a general, like at this point, I know a general, like, oh, I know this happens in this general region somewhere here, but I still can't be like, oh, go here.
Right.
All right, you're going to go to Sparta and you're going to go to Sparta East and you're going to choose, like, I couldn't, that's not a chance.
No, when we played it in Origins, one of the stories had come up where you had to choose an A or a B, and I remember the story. I remember us sitting around writing that part of the story, and I did not choose the right answer. I chose the other. Like we're literally hands on in this thing, and it was like, oh, what was it again? Because it'd been some time and a little bit removed. So even for us being so involved in the processes and getting this thing to where it is, it's not as easy as just take that rail again and do the steps and you'll succeed. There's so many other things that are popping up along the way in addition to time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you want to talk about?
Yeah, let's talk
what are we
about
telling
some
the
stuff.
people?
Well, before we get into all the cool stuff, so we'll go into that, we usually do an announcement first. So if our guests have anything that they want to announce, or just in general, hey, catch me here, that kind of thing, you do that at the top of that way we get some people early before they run away. Tell them all this stuff.
Well, that's very thoughtful. Yeah. So on GameFound, we have Tales of Myth and Legend. It's an amazing storytelling board game set in ancient Greece, classical Greece, because Alexander the Great is coming to power. But with an alternate reality, because you have all of the gods and monsters and myths and legends being real. And yep, Mike's just gonna be my Vanna White, showcasing it. So that's on GameFound. It is pre-order. So we are making this. It's not and we took because we had a whole bunch of other stuff that we had spaced out into different expansions and stuff. We've put it all in one massive box. So it is one-stop shop to get all the things. And I'm pretty excited about it. So that's happening. And, Ryder Games. So we've got plenty of Final Girl coming out. So our newest feature film just dropped. It was on pre-order and it just arrived. So the pre-orders are shipping out. So if you want to just get it, can't guarantee you'll make it for Christmas, but by New Year's for that. And listen to the Dice Tower podcast if you like podcasts, which if you're here, I'm assuming you do.
Probably.
Yeah.
And all those links are in the show notes, so they can go follow and like and do all the things
Cool.
just by looking down and clicking those links.
Yeah.
Don't go now, but
No. Go later. Go later.
Yeah,
listen to me yell at Tom and tell him why he's wrong. It's great.
Yeah. I'll behave.
Any announcements from you? For me? I actually have announcements.
Do it.
What is it?
This is a rarity.
I usually don't. I have 3 announcements.
What?
The first one is not really an announcement, but I've tried Toblerone for the first time ever yesterday.
Oh, that's nice.
I know I'm late to the game, but they're actually really good, and I'm going to eat them from time to time.
They're delicious.
Yeah, it's the first time I ever tried them. I don't know why.
They're a tasty treat. I'm so glad for you.
Much better than 99% of the stuff that was in that box you sent me that we tried on that show.
That was great.
Holy shit, those are bad.
It was really bad stuff I sent him. Not all of it. Some of it was okay.
99%.
Yeah. I sent him a bunch of stuff from Buc-ee's, and it wasn't the good stuff.
Oh, yeah. It is a full spectrum of flavors and experiences if you go to Buc-ee's.
I sent him some other stuff from just random stores that we have here too. It was a fun episode. I should do that again.
Yeah, the sours were great. The spicy.
That's true.
God, that stuff.
The sours are my favorite. Yeah.
Brutal. Yeah, those are good.
I also, just because I'm excited about it, I finally got my guys in from Flamecraft Duels. Yeah. They're just so fun. And so they get to join all the guys that are always in my
Aw.
pack here.
That's amazing.
Have them all now. So I finally got mine. That's a big announcement because I've been waiting. I'm watching other people get theirs. I'm like, I work for the company. I should be able to get that game. And then my third announcement is Mike is mean and sent me a gift out of nowhere.
Oh, like what the fuck did I do? I mean,
It's
You're the
mean to
worst.
send me something and not tell me you're sending me something because I haven't sent you something now in return.
no, you don't. No, you don't. That is not how it works. That's not.
Yeah. But
Not
you
how
know,
it works.
it's on theme, Greek monsters.
There you go.
Well, one episode he had mentioned that he didn't have it and he wanted to try that one most of all because of the theme, because he's also a Greek mythology fan. And I had an opportunity. I was just thinking about it, and I have your address, so you're screwed.
Yeah. That's
So
true.
mean. You're so mean, Mike.
I know, right? Jesus.
It's awful. You know what was bad about it though? He didn't tell me it was coming, and it came from Amazon, so it didn't have his name on it. So there was just an Amazon box during Christmas time that
When
shows
you
up
don't
at the
know.
house.
Yeah.
So
I
my
agree.
wife was looking at it and going, I'm not supposed to open this, I guess, but it's addressed to you, not me. So I was like, well, I didn't order anything. And we had this whole thing. And finally, should we open it? And so she goes, I'm going to open it because it's addressed to you. And I'll look. And she goes, okay, Mike might have sent you this. I was like, what are you talking about? What? He shouldn't send me anything. So I had to ask him. And then, of course, like always, he can never answer a question just straight. I ask him, hey, did you send me
What?
something? And he sends me like maybe GIF or something. It's just, because it could be no, but he does that to me
Oh,
anyway.
This is precious.
Oh, it's awful. Awful.
I'm glad it created that moment for you guys. That had to be
Mhm.
super fun.
This is
Yeah.
very like Housewives of 42.
Online Housewives. That's
Yes.
the new show. Yeah. 2026, we're unveiling a new show. It's the Online Housewives,
Housewives.
and it's
So
just our 6 years together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I learned a valuable lesson not to mention anything I want.
Good luck.
I'm going to
If you
send
see
it
each
to you.
other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Ugh.
Seriously, though, thank you. It's going to be fun to get into that.
I hope you like it.
Mike, did you have any announcements?
No, just go to the GameFound page and back the game. Watch them play the game, and you'll learn how the game is played. And then if you're local-ish, I have a copy. I would love to run you through it. What else? I feel like there's something else.
How long does the game usually play?
47
say-
hours.
2 hours.
About 2 hours?
If Mike's playing it in side questing,
Sure.
it's longer. But no, I've played plenty of 4-player games, which is the maximum, and it takes about 2 hours.
What about two-player games? A little shorter or
A
kind
little
of?
bit shorter, but it's not a huge.
Okay.
I wouldn't say discrepancy wise. It's like
Is there an online, even a dev version that maybe we could play on the show sometime?
unfortunately no.
Oh,
AJ
no.
does not like online
Ah,
gaming conventions. He's very protective. So
It's funny, we
Fair enough.
pitched it online, so there is an old version of it, but it's not. It wouldn't do it justice.
yeah.
mm-mm.
Well, then we'll have to play it together on a convention where we end up together or
I
something.
would love that.
Like
Oh,
in
yeah.
April.
If you are coming to the gathering, maybe we'll
Yeah.
just film a whole thing where we all three, and that'll be our Monday show for that time.
That's great. I would love to do that.
It's just 10 rounds. You're each. It's 10 rounds no matter what. You're each going You're deciding where you want to go, and then you're gonna have an encounter from this phenomenal book of encounters. Like it's not. It's a big one. Right.
Wow.
So then
Yeah.
you go someplace and you read, and then based on where your stats are on the 3 stats of military, religion, and military, religion,
It's like right
And
there in front of you.
political. I'm going off memory. Depending on where you are here, the number will tell you what you're reading. So are you too strong? Are you not strong enough? And then there's a die roll that could add to it, choices you have to make, and then that's your decision. Sometimes you're not going out of the book, you're going after Alexander, because Alexander's trumping through everything. So yeah, it's pretty. I mean, you're doing 10 rounds of trying to get the most legacy at the table, and it doesn't take too long. That's for sure. Derek, how you doing, buddy?
What's funny to me is, so I have, it depends on what you like as a gamer. It's a storytelling game. So, kind of getting into the dev of it. Actually, going back to the only other time I've been on the show, which was like 2 years ago, and I had just started working on it, and we hinted at it because we got deep into Tales of Arabian Nights, which we both love. And it's in that genre of games. And we were talking about what we love and hate about Tales of Arabian Nights. And we kind of we dived into how we love it, but it's a challenge because the randomness of finding a thing and then not being able to ever use it kind of thing is one of the struggles of playing Tales of Arabian Nights. You might find the coolest thing ever, but then never find that, like, it's a specific weapon that you're attacking a specific month, like that kind of a thing. And how that was so we worked really hard, like Mike on his end, and then deving it to make sure that was not the case. Like, if you got a cool thing, you can use the cool thing for the rest of the game once you have it, type of thing. But then also working on it from the standpoint of adding the layer of the hero's journey, which is what I did, which was an arc over it. So you don't have to. You can still just wander around and find cool stuff and see what happens. But each player gets a hero archetype. So we have the philosopher, the vengeance seeker, and their arc is to look for specific things, specific types of narratives. So it's not a super specific. There's a couple of them but mostly, so if you're the vengeance seeker, there you go. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I like to dual label.
Prophet is how I'm feeling at the end of the editing process.
Stabbing him in the head with a lightning bolt?
That is
no, it's a scroll.
Yeah.
Oh, a scroll. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Isn't it a scroll?
Nope, it's a lightning bolt. It's
it is a lightning bolt.
Yeah. It's
But
like a light bulb of a
right, because they have three. They each have a different different cards that have rule sets for them that you can choose.
Right. So this is just a stand-in art. I just
nice,
showing that the art goes full. But what you do is you pull, depending on who you want to be. There you have 3 options. Your character has 3 options over here. 3 options. They'll have some sort of thing. I'm not gonna. You can pause it. Go back and pause it. But they have some sort of thing that you're gonna start the game with, and that's your character. Like you're now the vengeance seeker. You're now the redemptionist.
But you have specific quests that you can go on, and if you find them, and you find 3 of them, you unlock your final form. You get your superpower kind of thing. So
that's cool.
There are certain stories in the game that are for you, and if you find them, and there are hints, like if you read in between and the threading of the story and the narrative, then when you get to one of your things, you'll be able to take the thing, the chevron, and put it here. Actually, it goes on the top. And then if you do all 3 of them, like you'll have that one, then you'll have that one, then you'll have this one.
I like the way it looks, like the artwork on vases.
Yes!
Vases.
Thank you. That was it.
Yeah.
That was the idea, because the whole idea being you're trying to solidify your legacy so that people will study you like they did Alexander the Great, where we look at him as a historical character. And so that was, So yes, you are on art. You have so much fame that your artifacts tell the tale of your story for future generations. So that is the idea of it. Which was, I think, in both our heads, but that was Evan for sure, who was like, what if we did it like this? That's awesome. Thank you. So really this layer over it is something that you can focus on, or genuinely you could just be like, I go find things. What does this do? Poke, 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 and that's fine too.
Yep. Like a necklace of ears. If you get a necklace of ears, it's going to automatically bump you up 2 and -2 on another thing, and you can get rid of it at any time. But like you found something that's going to benefit
You have
or
more
hinder your
military
character.
influence and less political influence.
Less
with a
friends?
Necklace,
Yeah.
necklace of ears kind of does
Right?
that for you. So yes, also thematic.
Or maybe Aphrodite's sword.
Ooh.
I know. Or Athena's helmet. Or barrels of blood, which are important. Yeah.
So yeah, there's so adding that layer was something
Hi,
that
Brittany.
we said we wanted to have, but also making it so that you could still just enjoy it as a storytelling run around and explore all the weird wild stuff that
That's really cool.
is part of the ancient world.
Can't wait to play.
And then in addition to that, and not getting into too many spoilers at all, but they're in beautiful Van Ryder fashion, there are unlocks that you might come across in story. And right now, like these are all different things that could happen, cards and items and artifacts and stuff, and it'll say unlock a certain thing, and you go to that thing and you're going to find something, which is just beautiful to see, like the things that are going to come out in this game. And
Well, that was super fun because you had a lot of like you and Bobby wrote some of those too, some of the kind of like Keith had done the core text for everything, but there was some stuff that Bobby added in there, and then I got to do some writing, and then Ryan, who's done some of the Final Girl feature films, who is also a massive Greek mythology fan. Also Liz, who's doing our editing. She gets all the jokes. She taught Latin for years. So she studied ancient Greek and Rome. And there was a throwaway line about a philosopher that she was like, I am cracking up so hard. I was like, these are my nerd people.
Well, Keith's background, a master's when he was, in college or whatever. His master's or his thesis or whatever he focused on was antiquities. So his background in the lore and the mythology, and not only of Greek, which is, to Brittany's question, this is ancient Greece. He was pulling out stories of like, oh, did you ever hear this one? And we were like, wait, what? Seagulls? I don't understand. They're talking. He had things that were just like, yeah, this has to be in the game, because it was so out there. I had never heard of it being a fan, but he was like deep into it with like, I'm sure at the same level that you guys are, that deep into it, especially now after all the stuff.
Oh yeah, going way back. So it's been 3 years since I started working at Van Ryder, left Greenbrier, started working at Van Ryder. What our first meet the whole team. So I hadn't been offered the job. I got the interview, like we talked about it, what it would look like if I came on, and then I met the whole team to make sure it would be a good fit. But that meet the whole team, they were talking about the projects they were working on, and they brought up this project, and my whole face got so big. Like I did the like the little kid, like you can go in the candy store and just whatever you can grab, fill up your arms. That's what we will buy kind of face. I was like, and froze and probably terrified. I'm shocked that they still hired me. Because I was like, what? So you're excited about that. I was like, okay, so you have to have Bucephalus, Alexander's horse, right? There's something about Bucephalus. And you've got to, like, and I just start saying things. And then I left. And actually, I think it was like the last day of Gen Con that year. And I went, recovered, but then like that week, I called my dad and I was like, I think I'm going to start working for Van Ryder Games. And they're doing this project on Greek mythology. And he's like, finally, something I understand you working on. Because I was little and I got, like everybody, like little kids have their thing. It could be trucks, it could be dinosaurs. Mine was absolutely Greek mythology.
Sure. It's great.
So,
It's great mythology. I mean, Roman and Greek, I prefer. I mean, both of them. They're both great, but some of the stories and look what I found. Some of the stories.
Yeah, you don't want to offend the Romans. Greek were better. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, the
Well,
art's
I mean, if
stellar.
you want to get into it, the copying and everything, you also had the Etruscans who were before the Romans, who also had very similar. It was all
And
it
Minoans.
was the Minoans. That's right.
Mhm.
Ooh,
And we're just going to look at pretty
war
things
elephants.
for a minute.
Yeah.
Let's look at pretty things
Just
for a
so-
minute.
Don't spoil
pretty.
all the stuff. I
It's
want to
just so
enjoy
You're
it when
showing
I
them pretty things. You don't know what they are, or where they are, or
No.
what is going to happen with them.
I'm trying to find something to read to you guys just to give you an idea of. Wait, what? There was one out of. Well, I don't know if it's still in here.
Well,
Before you get into that, don't
Yeah.
skip the Luca painting, by the way.
Oh, sure, yeah, we can do that.
Your son's painting, yeah.
Yeah, I
whatever.
have it. I just thought while we were still in here, we talk about Troy. Yeah, all right. We could do that. So yeah, go back to thing and find me, and we'll play it. If you're local to me, local-ish to me. I think Steve said Missouri. Missouri is local-ish. You can get here pretty quickly. I think.
What?
Yeah, it's like right around the corner. It's not that far. It's
barely an inconvenience.
16-hour
it's-
drive or something like that?
Yeah, all right. So you want to do a Luca painting?
Yeah.
Okay. He went
Explain
up to
it to everybody.
Yeah. Yep. So Luca, who turned 4, and his brother Mika we were painting today. They racked out 5. Luca did 5 dinosaurs. They're getting very linear now, where he's doing bodies and feet and necks. So it's a little weird. I think next year I'm gonna have to shift over to Mika, because they're the Rorschach kind of thing that we do in these things. But I still have plenty of stuff, hundreds of Luca stuff that hasn't been on the show that will fit into this, into these things.
I didn't
for
know
years to
I didn't
come.
know that was a thing. I have one right hanging above my door. That's right back there from my
Nice.
niece.
Yeah, they're fun. I started it when he was 1, the December after he turned 1, and he's been doing it. I have hundreds of these things now. So every Monday we show one off, and we got to try and figure out. You got to try and figure out. Oh, I don't know this one. What you see in it? What's the first thing you see in it? This one is from
Let
January.
comments give them a few seconds to give their ideas first. But
Yeah.
All
This
right.
is from January of last year. So this one's almost 2 years old. And here is today's Luca painting.
Ooh, lots of different colors there. I know what I see.
I'm
I
just
like to-
impressed at the separation of colors. Like it didn't become one big muddy.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's impressive.
I like to give comments a few seconds because they're always behind us a little bit and get their ideas of what they see. I always wonder, like the first thing I see is typically something dark, and then I try to find something nicer to say. But this one I'm going to keep because I like it. I don't think it's dark. I think it's kind of interesting. So let's say, hey everybody,
Hey, Tom.
tell us in comments what you see. I like all the different colors though. Four.
It's
No,
very
5.
like honestly.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different colors.
5 colors, yeah. This one's the dark gray, and then he's got the green, the purple. I don't know what they're really.
Pinky,
we
yeah.
go.
And the black.
Hound dog looking at shadow in a lake. Hound dog. Where's the hound dog?
Oh, interesting. Yeah, his head, and that's the shadow.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Looks like a
Another
dog
dog.
doing a push-up. All right. A black raven flying into a cotton candy cloud over Florida. Florida. Where's Florida? I guess the green is
The
Florida.
green is Florida. Yeah.
Mhm.
Thanksgiving turkey running away before it's cooked. That's hilarious. I can see the drumstick. It's a little backwards, but
Yeah.
that is an angry pink elephant charging a yellow-brown bat while being bitten on the ankle by a gray baby shark.
Very specific guy.
Very specific.
Someone's used gum in is marching across the floor, picking up debris as it goes. I've done that before. That is a very gummy thing.
So I'm thinking it's a pig on a farm.
Okay.
Yep. It's a good pig color too.
It is a good pig color.
Mm-hmm.
It is very much the biggest
Is
part.
the green is the pig's head?
No, I feel like that's just the farm, like, farmland.
Okay.
Yeah, I see a. All right, how do I describe this? So it's a overweight zombie whose right arm has been taken off. The left arm is the in the background with the gray hand, and they're crawling forward. The green is the rotten skull it's facing that way, and the black is the shadow.
Interesting.
Yeah. Nice zombie.
Yeah, nice one arm.
Aren't they all?
Yeah, they just want love.
In the form of brains.
Yeah.
What do you see, Mike?
I saw a final boss from like Elder Scrolls or The Witcher or something.
Yeah.
Like the big lanky arms. This is his head, right? That's his the bottom jaw. The mouth is right there. The eyes are there, and then just something hovering. I don't know, some massive final boss thing.
Yeah.
A pig. There's another pig. Hey,
And
Mike.
a pig skydiving. Nice. Did Luca tell you? Luca tell you what he thought it was?
Yeah, but it's a little bit weighted because we were doing. I thought he said something with. We were doing puzzles, so I thought he said something to do with puzzles, but he was saying puddles, but then he changed it to puzzles. So I don't know if he knows what it is. I'm gonna go with puddles, and then he changed it to a puzzle. So somewhere's around there.
Ooh, like a rainy day, and then the puddle, like and the pink is like the clouds.
Could be.
Also looks like that big pig.
And the green could be a tornado.
Yes.
Yeah.
The pink ghost. I knew what you meant. Yeah. Yeah, I think the bubblegum one is my favorite just because it's just that perfect pink of
I do.
bubblegum.
If you get rid of that though, I do see the turkey running. Like this is this giant, like a plump turkey with its leg just running. Like I could see the leg running.
So there's what is a group of turkeys called?
A gobble? I don't know.
Gobble of turkeys. There's a gobble of turkeys that lives somewhere in the backwoods near my sister's house. And I went there for Thanksgiving. And 2 days before Thanksgiving, they were all fired up and running around her yard. And we were like, no, we already got ours. We're sorry. We're good. We don't need you. Thank you. But they get feisty this time of year. Turkeys are no joke. They are angry.
So
like deserved, but also just angry.
I think they're typically angry birds, aren't they?
you can they're kind of mean, yeah. You can say flock, but specialized terms include a rafter of turkeys, a gang of turkeys, or a posse of turkeys.
I would do gang or posse. They are absolutely gang or posse kind of material.
Other terms are brood, a dole, or a gobble.
A gobble. There you go.
Yeah.
The more you know.
The more you know.
Yep, there you go, gobbler. Yeah, that was a good one. I like that one.
Yeah.
I
like the color. The colors are different, right? They weren't the normal bright colors that he uses. He had that the off green and the not the purple, right? Like not a pink and not a purple, the off blue. So
you just set a whole bunch of colors in front of him, and he chooses which ones. Or
he picks them. Yeah, he hasn't done the like the washing the brush and dipping it in yet because the watercolor, you got to stir it around a little bit. But they're it's like a tray of 24, and he just picks which one he wants, and I hand him the brush, and he paints until he's like, all right, I need another color. I give him another color.
Nice.
Brittany said, did you know the red thing that hangs from a turkey's mouth is called a snoot? And I did know that.
I did not know that.
Snood.
Yes.
That sounds very Dr. Seussish.
It's so good.
That was a game. God, that was a game in the 90s. Snood. Remember Snood with the different shapes, and you used to shoot it up and try and match 3 or more, and it would drop down. It was
I
an
don't
old,
remember this.
It's on my phone, or I'd show it.
It's a
Yeah,
mobile
it's
phone.
an old. Well, it was on the computer. It was just a computer game, like Minesweeper. Like, and then Snood came out. I don't know. I remember Snood. They all had different weird faces. They were square and round and triangular, and you had a shooter on the bottom, and then you'd have to shoot it up and try and get it to stick to 3 or 2 or more of itself, and the 3 or more would go away, and if it was by itself, everything would drop. I don't know. It was. Does anyone remember Snood? I'm not losing my mind. It's
No.
it's a
I
game.
think you're making it up.
I'm not.
It's very specific.
It's a
So
real thing. It's a real thing from my nightmares. It's a real thing.
Have you ever designed a game in your dream and you had it very specific and you start describing it, and as you start describing it, you're thinking, "Oh wait, this is a bad.
this is another
It's
game.
a bad
Mhm.
game. It's
Mhm.
not a good game, or it's
Been there.
one that's already existed." Yeah.
Definitely
That's
been
my
there.
Oh, there you go.
I wake
got
up
some
and I'm like,
backup.
that is a game that has already been designed, Julie. Nice try.
Snood. You got a backup there.
Snood's a real thing. It's a real thing.
Fine.
I'm not kidding. All right, Chris.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take you through something.
What?
We're gonna say that you are the historian.
Oh, okay. We're gonna do a mock turn here.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that's
this
fun.
is these are your starting stats. Okay, you're gonna have 2 in political. You're
Mhm.
gonna have 1 in religion, and you're gonna have no military to start.
Okay.
Okay.
Doesn't sound like me, but sure.
Nope, that's why I picked this one. You begin in the home city of Dodana.
Oh no! I dropped the Toblerone.
Blind
Got it.
Dodana. This is a big board, by the way, if we haven't figured that out.
Uh-huh.
So Dodana is down in the Achaean League, down here. Okay.
Okay.
It has a military north, a military east, and a religious west, where you can, if you look at the encounters there, you see the symbols.
Yep.
So you can stay there and have a religious encounter in the west, or have a military encounter in either the north or the east, or you can move to another place.
But also because it is your hometown, you get +1 to your dice rolls there.
Oh,
you will get
okay.
+1 to your die roll.
And I'll stick to my hometown and see what's up.
And there's also a little bit of stuff here. It does say the west of Aenea is one of many districts to attempt your first trial.
Okay.
As the historian, you have always respected the old ways of Greece's glorious history, even while trying to bring it into the future.
Sounds like me. Yep.
So there's a little bit of, all right, you get +1 in your city if you stay in your city.
Cool.
But there is a little bit of a hint like, hey, if you want to go to Aenea, there's a little bit of a rumbling going on, right? And every character's got a little bit of a bonus and then a thread to start pulling, right? And we're going to say it's your first turn. I'm not
Sure.
going to do any of the other shit. It's your first turn. What would you like to do? Would you like to stay in Dodana, or would you like to meander and maybe go to Aenea?
I'll fix things at home before I reach out and fix other things. Sure.
Now, if you're playing it solo, we have the movement cards. So normally we would say you would put down either 1, you're staying in that city, 2, you're going to a city in the same region, 3, you're going to an adjacent region, or 4, anywhere on the map. But it also determines turn order. In a
Okay.
solo game, you don't get 1, you get 2 through 4, and you must play all 3 cards before you can pick them up and start over, so that you are forced to move the whole game in a solo game.
That's interesting.
But for you, we'll say we're playing a 3-player game, and you get first pick, and you decided you want to stay in Dodana. Now, would you like to have the religious west, or the military north, or the military east?
1 to 4, Brittany.
We'll do the religious since I have a +1 in it.
So you're going to do the religious in the west, and you have a +1. Your religion was 1. Yep, you're at 1 in religious. West religion. All right, you ready? Now, this is going to be weird for you because I'm talking and you have to listen.
Oh God. Hold
I
on.
mean,
have
I
to
could do the
listen?
reading instead if that helps.
You can. That's true. Would you rather listen to Julie or me? You're probably
No,
automatically thinking that.
I should try. I should try to focus on what you're saying. Besides, you have to do a voice.
I'm not doing a voice.
Come on, do a voice.
No, you got no shot.
Fine.
No shot.
Well, then have Julie go ahead.
That's
I'm not going to
fine.
do a voice.
All right, where are we?
Go to page 16.
Page 16.
He's doing Dodana in the West.
If you're not going to put some oomph behind it,
In the West.
there you go. You're being asked. Do a voice.
I'm not doing a voice. I mean, I have a voice. I'm doing my voice.
Yeah,
What
but you
voice
can't be talking Greek mythology with your New York
Nope.
accent.
Not happening.
Ready?
Nice. Yes.
You lead your army on horseback through dark, twisting, fog-laden valleys. A flicker of light catches your eye in the thick haze ahead. The muddy path which you slog through opens up to a crossroads of 3 paths. A shrine sits on the side of the road. A small flame burns in a dish before it, filled with the charred offerings. You step down from your horse and inspect the shrine. On its stone face is the image of 3 women, carved to appear as one, standing as ominous sentinels above the flame. You recognize the figure as Hecate, the triple goddess of the crossroads, magic, and the underworld. You know that with her influence in your favor, there is little that could stop you from achieving your goals. Do you venerate Hecate with offerings, or do you pray to her for guidance?
I think
So are you going to start with giving, or are you going to start with
start with
doing the
giving.
ask?
Yeah.
Okay.
Offerings. Yeah.
So you would need to roll.
What
A
am I rolling? A
D6?
D6?
Which we have specialized. And in the game, instead of a 1 or a 6, a 1 is an automatic fail, a 6 is an automatic full success, or a bad omen and a good omen. And then the rest is numbered
I
normally.
assume an alien die will be okay.
Yeah.
I get a face hugger if I roll a 1. I don't know what that means.
We have a severed bull's head, so same thing.
Great. I get a 2. That's not great.
All right. And you had, but you do have stats. You have a +1 because you're in your hometown. And then this was a religious, and you had
Another 1.
Another one. So that is 4 total.
Mm-hmm.
So you squeak by up to the next tier. And at this point, I have a little symbol here that shows that would be match your board, which is the little quill, because you're the historian, which means you have gained a quest.
Ooh, okay.
You journey down this path with the intention of finding supplies for your army. As such, you are low on provisions, let alone offerings. But you do remember something. You rummage through your sack and find a childhood keepsake the only reminder of your mother that you have taken with you. A peal of lightning strikes the air, and all that remains is ash and silence. You should be devastated, but instead you feel unburdened by the past and know to look to the future, and gain 2 religious influence. So now you go from 2 to 4 on your religion.
Nice.
So
and you
that
got
one
your
wasn't
first
bad.
of 3. You got your first of 3 here too.
Okay. Awful. What would have happened? Well, we shouldn't know, but yeah.
No. So there
I'm
are
curious.
5 other potential options of like whether you chose A or B, and then whether you rolled, what might happen. So even though you choose something, the outcomes, and some of them are similar and some of them are drastically different, just depending on how, how creative we wanted to get with how a bad roll would look or how a good roll would look. But thematically also trying to keep them in line with whatever the storyline is in relation to the 3 different types of influences you are trying to spread.
That's awesome. I want to keep playing, but we can't.
Mm-hmm.
But we should at some point.
Oh yeah, we should
when we
definitely
see each other. Yeah,
Oh, we will.
that's fun. Yeah, I love those kind of games too. I big fan, and of course the Greek stuff is makes it even cooler.
Mm-hmm.
That's
It
awesome.
is pretty. And in addition, you don't even have to do the book encounters. there are trials. You might want to just have a trial, and there are trials in 3 different
influences. So if
three
you
different
know
things.
you really want to level up in military because you have no military, you could just be like, you know what, give me a military trial.
And then you'll draw a card, and there'll be an entry in the book, and you'll have a choice of, and this is generalizing it, but do you choose a boar, a stag, or a bear? And you'll have a little bit of a preamble, and you'll hear the story, and then you'll have to make a decision, and then based on that decision, you'll have an outcome. Do you choose to catch him in a raid his camp at night, or sneak into his tent? So there's choices. All the choices you make.
There is a story leading up to it.
I imagine there was a story before that.
Yes.
Yeah.
There'll be a story, an entry you'll read, and then that's your choice. You'll be given that choice in the story.
So you kind of get a hint of those before you.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that sounds awesome.
And then every round, the different cities will get populated. Oh, I just dropped it. With an Alexander token. So you'll draw from a bag, and this will go in Santos. And then if you go to Santos, you'll have that encounter, which will give you an Alexander challenge, which will give you even different things. So there's so many different options of what's happening, how Alexander is going through Greece, how you're going through Greece, how everyone else is going through Greece. It's fantastic. I mean, I'm biased, but it's pretty damn fantastic.
Michael Gliano, designer. It's a sheer delight to play.
It is. Well, the idea was I really did, and we talked about it, so you can go back to the other episode and watch, but I really did like the concept of Tales of Arabian Nights. It didn't have the continuity with the story, right? The Matrix was a great idea. It didn't work. The skills it worked, but it didn't. The skills you pick in the beginning of the game became arbitrary because you never got an encounter that used them. This one is you have control over your story. I mean, there's the die roll and the draw of the deck and where you're going to go, but you do have way more control over what's happening in this game.
More control, but not so much because again, in developing, I had like a quest track where which became much more Euro-y that I went in hard and played and removed it all again from the game. Because it's still a storytelling game. So it, like, as a narrative game, it wasn't, or a storybook game, it didn't flow well. You still are having random encounters, but the integration of being able to use whatever you do randomly come across, it was much more key that you don't get things that you just have to wait until. So if you find Daedalus's wings, you don't have to wait to find Icarus to use them. You're strapping them on and trying to fly. See how it goes, but that kind of a thing. There's very little, you must do this and then find this. Now there's some moments of things like little elements of like pickup and delivery. Like you might find something and then it says you have to go to the city before you can get a reward for it. But that's still giving you the specific, not go find it. We don't know where it is. Right. So you have different elements that way that keep it flowing and moving and having those, again, kind of chaotic moments of a narrative style game, if you, whatever you want to call it, Ameritrash, like it is that, and when we tried to add a little bit of Euros type of mechanics, it wasn't the vibe.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, some games use the two blends, and some of them just need to be what they are. That's a good call. Yeah. Right on. Very awesome. Yeah, I would definitely play that. I mean, I hope so because I already backed it. So.
Well, we'll be playing.
Hey,
it.
Thank you.
Don't worry.
Yeah, we'll be playing it.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The Greek city. It's actually pretty surprising it hasn't been done until now, honestly.
Well,
right. I mean, the aesthetics too.
I mean, to this level.
Yeah.
I've talked about the art when we first saw the cover, and that Cyclops was just throwing the adventure off. But without giving anything away, like the Alexander deck. I'll cover up the Alexander deck. It's a long card, right? It's not a standard card. It's a long card.
Tarot.
It's got a
tarot card. Yeah,
it's a tarot size.
120 by 70.
Yep.
All right, show off. So there's a bunch of information on the bottom that you'll read, and there's choices there, but like the top part, the art,
That's cool.
right?
Ooh. Is that
It's
Alexander seeing the breadth of his domain?
They're just gorgeous. They're just absolutely gorgeous.
Wow.
They're beautiful.
So yeah,
So
so
they-
the art on those is all Miguel. But also Inez who did the art. Inez who did the art for my Final Girl.
Right.
So if anybody doesn't know, which would be shocking because I can't stop saying it since it happened. But in Final Girl, you can get me as a promo card. So and Inez did the art for me. Inez did all of the trial encounter art, and she did some of the unlock art as well. And I will say, but like, it's magical. Getting to see all of the, I don't know, all the Greek mythology come to life in a scene that you envisioned in your brain it's the coolest thing. Yeah,
Making games is great, right?
it is.
Ooh, Satyr.
Yeah. And I
All
want
right,
to show
save some of the artwork.
One more. No,
Don't
just one more. Do the ghost soldiers. The soldiers.
Ooh, those are cool.
Yeah.
Red was a
one
good
does numbers.
choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. It's beautiful. It really is. It's stunning.
The link to get this game is in our description. Go find
do it.
Myth and
Go do
Legends.
it.
Do it. You'll miss out.
Don't miss
It's
out.
the FOMO. It's the FOMO thing. Yeah, I hope these alien dice. This is the first time I rolled one and I got a 2. That sucked.
Better on a face hugger.
I just got 2 face huggers. Okay, these aren't good dice. I'm gonna be in trouble when I play alien.
It's good you didn't get the
I
face.
mean-
I really want to show the other side of this box, but I can't.
Don't show everything.
Okay. You're cut off now.
It's just really some of the
You're
choices
cut off.
that come in, and some of the moments are going to be pretty damn cool.
Yeah, but they'll be cooler whenever we find
will.
them and open
They
our
will.
box.
They will. They will. I'm not doing it. I'm
Won't
being good.
spoil everything. You know how I am
I'm
about
behaving.
spoilers.
I'm behaving. I'm behaving.
Awesome. All right, well let's dive into our list here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Our top
Yes.
5 board gamer gifts. And let's talk about what that meant to us. And you know, I think I instinctively just said not games, like it's gifts
Yeah.
for a board gamer, but I mean it could be games. I mean, you know,
So-
I actually have something kind of adjacent to that. So
Yeah, I had a thought of like I genuinely, if you, I mean, we're all not just board gamers, but kind of like, really into our nerddoms for a couple different things. So I feel like it kind of across the board, it's kind of the same thing. If you are a fan of something, you're going to know what you want and be really into it and already have spent the money on the things like specifically games. Or comic books or whatever it is, your sports team that you like, whatever thing that you're really into, you are going to put aside a certain amount of money and spend on the things that you know you really want. So there's only I think a handful of people in the world that are going to know you well enough to know what your Grail game is, or the golden era or silver era comic that is you've tried to find for decades, like whatever it is. There's only a small percentage of people are going to know what that is and be able to buy that and know that you don't have it. 1. And 2, if they buy it, that's like a grand gesture and you can't top that year after year after year. You can only like, that's a once in a while kind of, or maybe once in a lifetime kind of, I present you with, and it's the game you've wanted because it went on sale 10 years ago and it's never coming, whatever. That's really hard to do. So really, for somebody who's like somebody who's into and maybe is into it themselves, but maybe isn't, or like accessories are much more the way to go Otherwise, you're getting, what did I get? I got the Twilight board game from my grandmother one year, and it was a thing. It was a thing that happened. She tried so hard. I liked, horror, so vampires, and I like board games, and it was the gift that she spent a lot of time thinking about that was not it. but
Yeah.
But yes. So I think accessories are a much better way to go.
I told the story once before because I was shaming myself for not interceding, but I was at Target once looking at all the board games, and I saw this couple holding, I can't remember what it is now. I think it was like Ticket to Ride or something like that. Looking at it, I was like, ooh, and I kind of, I did a little listen, like maybe they have a question that I could just, but I was kind of looking and kind of listening, and they were shopping for their nephew. Apparently, it was their birthday or something, and they were like, "Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, I guess it'd be fine." And does he like trains? I don't know if he likes trains. And they put it up, and they go, "Oh, he likes Harry Potter. Get the Monopoly Harry Potter." And I was just like, "No." Go back to the Ticket to Ride or whatever it was that they were looking at. But it was, a great gateway game, would have gotten it. And I was just like, I debated with myself too long, and then they were gone. And I was like, I should have stuck in it. I didn't want to be the weirdo. Look at me, I'm crazy looking. I don't want to be that person that just pops up and goes, actually.
I'm 100% that person. I look like everybody's elementary school teacher, and they still edge away. So
yeah, I'm a little more off-putting, just stepping out of the shadows. Let me tell you about the board.
I'm like, hey, I noticed you looking at this, and here's this, and they still are like, okay, thanks. Mm-hmm.
At least they're like, okay, don't know what this lady said. With me, I could freak people out. I don't want to do that. So
it goes both ways, though. I talked somebody into getting one of the Ticket to Ride small box ones. I want to say it was Amsterdam, might have been the New York one, because they were looking at it and they were looking at like Cards Against Humanity or something, and I was like, the designer of that lives in Syracuse, and they were like, what? I'm like, yeah, the designer of that, like, and the box is 10 million copies or 11 million copies now sold on the base. I'm like, yeah, he's local. He lives right in town. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. And then they ended up getting that and putting the other game back on the shelf. So it works both ways, and you just every time you tell somebody that something, they'll go one or the other, and hopefully.
I have I think at a Barnes and Noble, I saw someone looking at a game and it was a great game. I don't remember what it was, but I did, as walking by, I was like, oh, that's a great game kind of thing. And they kind of looked at me like, okay, but maybe they got it. I don't know. Right. I kept going. I didn't want to
do a lot of that. I try to validate people's choices.
Yeah.
Unless it's something like, unless I'm like, no. You put that Cards Against Humanity back down.
Don't do it.
No.
Yeah. Well, and you never know why they're looking at it too. So
of course,
who knows? Mm-hmm. So all that being said, I didn't put any specific games on my list, but I kind of, a lot of my stuff is general actually.
Yeah, no games on mine either.
No, mine, no games, all accessories. And I did mine ranked from most cost effective to most splurging, so that it fits anybody's budget. Because I think all of them are thoughtful, but not all of them have to be pricey.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I think mine are kind of all over the place as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's dive into our number 5, and we'll. I guess we'll let Julie pick if you want to go first or last, or in the middle.
So on the dice tower, I always end up going in the middle. So I would like to go last.
Okay. All right, Mike, why don't you go first, and then I'll go, and we'll go to Julie.
Sure, that totally makes sense. Rather than going from you down to Julie, let's start in the middle, bounce over to you, and then good job.
Yeah.
All right. I've said this one before. So you hopefully know a little bit about the person you're buying for, right? Not a total shot in the dark, unless it's a white elephant gift or something. If you are going to somebody's house and you're playing games with them or they're coming over, you'll pick up on a couple threads, right? You'll be able to figure out maybe what they like, maybe what they don't, assuming that if it's a game they like Julie mentioned, it's probably already like they've got the stuff for it. But gamers have playmats. Gamers that are gamers, they have playmats. Games are coming with them now. They don't always fit in the box. Some games think that way. Some games they just can't. They make this over-the-door vinyl storage solution for people that are crafty, that have rolls of vinyl that they use in their vinyl printer, like their Crickets or whatever. And it's an over-the-door rolled vinyl holder that holds playmats superbly well. And you get them, they're like double-sided if you wanted to get a double, but they'll hold a good 24, like 2 dozen of them, pretty easily. And I think it's a really cool, like, especially because there's no real way to store playmats. Can't fold them because after a while, like, they'll start to crack. So folding them is not necessarily good. Yeah, I mean, the wine one on the left is fine. Like
this is someone using a wine one to do it.
Yeah,
I just thought it was interesting.
But they have one that's actually like it's a plastic, like a see-through plastic tube that you would roll up your playmat through. Same concept, and put it through the different tubes. I guess I don't know. But it goes over your door, so it's not something they need to put on a counter or put on a shelf or take up table space, because we all know space in gamer households is rare. But this one will go over the door. And I brought it up before. I think I brought it up last year. And I really do think that it kind of would be like a, what the hell is this moment? And then when they're like, oh shit, I could put all my mats in it. It makes sense. So I think if you know your person, the person you're buying for, if you know them well enough, check out to see what their playmat storage solution is, if they have one, and grab one of the over the door vinyl. It's for vinyl, rolls of vinyl.
In the same vein, Calyxes have inserts that make a 3x3 grid inside one of the cubes. So you can put 9 or roll 2 together and have 18.
Nice.
Right.
That fit really well. And ours is under our stairwell, so there was enough space that I could push them much further in, so they're not sticking out. So that's also a cost effective if people have space in their Calyxes.
Cool. Right. That's a good one. The only thing is you're looking at the end of it, right?
Yeah.
Not you can't get
Correct.
any. I think you would have to roll it with the art side out to kind of know that. I mean, you could label it as well too. But yeah, some sort of game mat solution, because I remember I had a cube of it. They just don't fit well. They just if they're tall enough, they start to bend over.
Yeah.
There's just no place to put them. So
yeah,
I think it's a great idea.
I had this as one of mine too. I have some backup, so it's fine. That's why I already had this image, is to talk about that. I just noticed while you were talking, because I wasn't listening, just noticed while you were talking, the third mat down I made. That's from Reavers of Midgard.
So good.
I was like, wait, I know what that is. Yeah, it's funny. But cool. Yeah, I will follow up then with the things that go in the tubes, which is playmats. You can get playmats, and this is a great place to get it.
For
he has
real.
some amazing. Hey, look at that! He has some amazing ones. He even let us at Cardboard Alchemy use one for one of his tables. He was awesome to show off Whisperwood, and
there's one with the Colosseum, which was originally with Foundations of Rome, but would go quite nicely with Tales of Myth and Legend.
Oh, is that one on here?
No, scroll. It's in the middle. Nope, too far up.
What's in the middle? Oh, yeah, that would be cool.
Yep.
Yeah, there's always, especially if you know your gamer, like we're saying, if they're big sci-fi fans, the one with the planet and all that stuff. Also, some games have their own. If they're big enough, if it's a giant box, they might have one of their own already.
Mhm.
Like Andromeda's Edge has one of their own. Dwellings of Elderville has one of their own. So you can always look at that if you know they have a favorite game. Just go look at see if they have player mats for that. But yeah, check out the Game Talkers here.
Yeah, Berkey's great.
Yeah, great guy. Julie?
So my first thing is only going to cost, well, if you have a subscription already, but like time. And that is making people a soundtrack for their game night.
Mm.
So it's like the modern era of a mixtape. So,
That's
you know,
cool.
if
Good
you have
idea.
Spotify, you know, just making and it's one of my things that I like to do actually for all of our games at Van Ryder. So I have a Final Girl one, which is clearly all scary, and I have one with singing and one that's just thematic music or noise, as the case may be. And I share them on our Discord with our group, but I also like to, like, if I know somebody has a game or a genre they really like, I love being like, what are songs that you could play this to that feel like it's going to really enhance the game experience? So that is something that's going to take you time, but it doesn't cost you anything, and it's a very thoughtful, free gift. So that's my first one.
That's a cool one.
I
Yeah.
will back that up. I was on Spotify, and I saw that somebody had put together a playlist of Batman the Animated Series music from the show
Nice.
with the cover of Batman the game.
Yeah.
Like it was a really cool moment to be like, oh my, someone actually took the time to put that together.
But that's what
put it on the
people will
background while
take the
they're playing
time, and you can benefit from that by just being like, thank you. That's
Mhm.
mine now.
Mm-hmm.
I really like this in role playing games too. Alien, we play the Alien theme music. That's all this, it's just scary stuff at you all the time. And whenever it hits just right, it's awesome. Someone says, "Oh, something comes around the corner," and then the music goes dun dun dun. You're like, "Oh, that's great." Yeah, but board games, it's awesome. It sets the mood.
Good pick.
Yeah, very good.
That's
pick.
cool. Yeah.
Mike, what's your number 4?
All right, my number 4. I gotta say that as number 1. I have to do
That you're gonna save that? Okay.
Yeah, this is gonna be my number 1. It has
I'll
to
put
be.
that over it.
It's too good. No, you guys won't even take it. I guarantee you won't even take it. So the popularity of 3D printing, right? It's boomed over the past less than a decade, right? Everyone's got one. Everyone's printing stuff up. People are extremely creative in what they can make for things. A friend of mine found me a Canon dice roller. Like, you put the dice in the front of the cannon, you pull the thing, and it shoots it at a castle, and that's it traps the dice. People are super creative. And a friend of mine last year? Nope, it was this year, I think, at Origins, got me this.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a codex.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
And there are the arrows.
Now you broke it last time you showed it off.
And I'm not gonna do it again. But what you're supposed to do is and the idea was it was a 6-letter word, and these can be customized. You can make it 8 letters. You can make it numbers. You can do whatever. But this one was specifically a 6-letter word that had something to do with me and them. And when you figure it out, this comes out, and you can put stuff in it. So you can put in it something else you might have on your list. So it could be a 2-for-1. There are a ton of things that people make. The creativity of a lot of these, the like the Etsy shops or the local craft fairs or something, you'll find stuff like this if you start searching. And I think this is still one of the coolest things that I've received as a gift from somebody. So there's creativity out there. Find it.
Nice.
I want
Support
to put it
local.
together. Did I put it together? Yes, definitely. I did show this off last time, right? I did show it off.
You did.
Yeah,
Well, you broke it. Is that showing it off?
No, that's just me being stupid. Yeah, so I won't show the word, but So then you could put something in it, right? You could put whatever you want inside of it.
Honestly, that's really fun for game, like again, for a role-playing game or something like that. Having a
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's yeah, I fucked it. The key, that key that's in there, you can set up so the letter you can change it from
Right.
if you're doing scenarios, you can change it from scenario to
Yeah.
scenario or whatever. Yeah. Yep.
That's pretty cool.
That would be mine. Come on, just work.
I kind of hope you break it again.
No, this is gonna be the next half an hour is gonna be me just
Great.
messing with this.
All
All
right,
right,
Chris,
well, I'll go while you.
what's yours?
I'll go while you fiddle with that. Mine's very specific in a way because there are people that love to do this and people that don't. But there's some people that don't know that they love to do it just because they haven't been given the time or the utensils to do it. And maybe with all their miniatures, they want to paint. And if it's something you're looking for, like maybe
You just
aren't
don't want
a
to spend any time with this person. I see. Okay.
well, maybe you can do it together. Even if you're not a gamer, you might enjoy painting, right?
Mhm.
Painting the little figures
Yep.
might get you might get you involved with their hobby transgently, or what's that word?
Transgently.
Okay, yeah. Off to the side. Yeah. Or if you don't, they can paint
Did
while
you-
you do something else. But or both of you paint either way.
Did you know that there are paint markers now?
Paint markers. Oh yeah, with the little markers.
Acrylic markers.
I haven't used those yet, but I've seen
got
them.
it. They're so good.
Are they? Ooh, okay.
Yes. I'm
Add
just
that to
saying,
my
if
list.
they're not, I'm adding to your list. I'm sorry. But
Yeah,
just
add
if they're not a painter either, but so to entice them, and they're not that much more expensive. Like you can get some pretty, just especially to get started. You can buy sets like $40. It's not crazy.
Yeah, I actually don't remember. I bought this a while back, so I don't remember how much it was, and it might be a different price. Oh, is the price tag on here? That might help.
Like
No, it's not.
$160.
Yeah, it depends, and it depends on what types you get. I think Army Painter's pretty good. But I haven't tried all the different versions and stuff.
Mhm.
So, to be fair, I mean, it kind of depends because I have a lot of games like Marvel United and stuff like that, right? Where they big chunky minis, and you want to get in there and you paint them, and it's the Hulk and Captain America and stuff like that. So it's fun. But sometimes you can get a little intimidated because people have put out like amazing. You can tell they spent 30 hours worth of work on one mini or something. Like it's insane, and I feel like sometimes that makes people feel like they don't want to get into it. I say just do it for fun. Get into it. Don't try to make it like the best looking, amazing thing in the world. You're going to have fun doing it. So, and they will too.
For
And
real.
you'll get better as you do it too.
That's true.
I
I
do not, and I still enjoy doing it.
Mm.
I'm getting worse. Just so we're clear. These are not just for funsies.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's
I
a
do
fun.
not- I don't paint often.
Ooh.
I don't paint very often, but
But
it is
when you
fun to
do-
do.
Yeah,
It's not blue.
that's a fun one.
Yeah, he was a good one to do.
Owlbear.
I was doing this while the kids were watercolor painting. I had my paint, and I think they were painting a dinosaur, like a 3D dinosaur. And I was like, oh, well, I'm going to paint this.
What game is that for?
It's just a WizKids, I think, D&D.
You just have a. Oh, okay. You just have a.
Or
Just cause.
it could be a Reaper. It might be a Reaper instead.
Cool.
Yeah, he's
Really?
really neat. Also, Andrew, do you know what this is from? This is for Andrew. Do you know what they are dinosaurs? Do you know why I'm wearing them? And it's not because of your dinosaur game. I'm sorry. There is another reason.
Although I did see digging for dinos at PAX, and it looks awesome.
Does this help you, Andrew?
Oh,
Chris won't know it.
yeah. I know what it
Chris
is.
doesn't like it.
But I know what it is. I know what the Wally World is.
You don't. You do now, yeah.
Yeah, your favorite. Yeah, your favorite Christmas story, which is outdated.
Well, Wally World is not from Christmas Vacation.
Bullwinkle. So good.
No, but it's from the original one, right?
It's Christmas Vacation. These are the pajamas that Clark was wearing when he gets trapped up in the attic.
Look at us. It's like we coordinated.
I know.
I'm not even wearing anything Christmassy.
Uh,
There's a game called Krampus that you would fit in. You're the cramp. We're the holiday.
You're
You're the
Krampus.
Krampus. Mhm.
I don't know. There's a
done.
Krampus. There's Krampus Knocked. That's just
Krampus
come out.
knocked. It just delivered. Yeah.
I just got done putting up 2 Christmas trees, and I have 3 more to go. There's no way I'm Krampus.
Wow.
You can be if you want to.
I don't want to.
Believe in yourself.
Julie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the next one, it's actually a range. You could spend little monies or many monies, but specifically just dice. No gamer has ever said, no, thank you. I have enough dice. So, you can go with a basic set, and those are pretty cost effective. Like Chessex has some really basic sets that are quite nice. Don't get the ones on Amazon, friends. Don't get them, not because Amazon, or in addition to because Amazon, because a lot of those they're weighted, so they're not going to be balanced and stuff like that. At least if you go to at a game store and get a Chessex set, you know that it's a level of quality. So even though they're still not super expensive, you can get just a basic set, but you can get really fancy ones too. And my favorite places to go for that are Phone Brain Games, and I think, what was it? I had another one in there that I spent a lot of money on metal dice, but let's just say Phone Brain Games because they're pretty and shiny, and you can get ones that are cool that are a little bit more expensive, but still not crazy, that have lots of fun themes. And so if you know your person I have many, many, many sets of dice, but I have them for all the different characters I've ever played for D&D. So, each of my characters had specific dice. Some of them had dice for specific spells, just for the fun of it and because I love them. But also, nobody who has ever given me dice have I been like, why are you doing this? I've always said, this is amazing. Thank you. So dice is my next one. Yeah.
Yeah, I do the same thing too. Every character I play in D&D, I get a new set of dice that matches their personality. And after I'm done with them, I retire that set of dice. Yep.
Then I also have, the spice things that have the clear containers, and then they're magnetic. And so you can put them on a board.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I have all of mine
fun.
different sets in them. And then when I'm done with them, I stick them on the wall. So I have a wall of.
That's cool.
That's cool. That's a good idea.
So it's Christmas time. So I have my Christmas ones out right now.
If you do D&D and you're looking for themed, I can't recommend these enough from Studio Well. What are they?
I saw him at PAX.
Smelly Bones? Baron Smelly Bones? But they're scented.
Oh,
dice.
that had the scented ones?
Yeah.
The coffee ones? Bananas.
They're
I
ridiculous.
didn't know they
good.
had coffee ones.
They're so good.
So good.
Yeah, this one is the Christmas. Well, not Christmas, but it's Earth and Fir Tree. So this one goes really well with the holidays. But they're phenomenal. They're really good.
Nice.
So many options. Dice. There, you can get dice for days. I mean, geez.
I like the one was like campfire.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Awesome.
See, to me, that one was a little too intense.
Mm-hmm.
It was strong, but I was worried that they were gonna run out after a while. Like they'll calm down a little bit for a while and then not run out, but be less powerful right off the bat. So
What were these?
yeah. Cool. All right, we'll go to number 3.
These are
All right,
3 years old, and they're still
They still smell, but you're not taking them out. They're still in the box.
That's how they recharge. The way that they're manufactured, they're made with the oils, and then it stays, and you keep it in the box, and it just regenerates itself. Basically,
we got the same pitch. That's nice.
Mm-hmm. We love it. I love it. We actually talked to him. God, it was a Gen Con. I guess it must have been Gen Con 22 when we went from the 3WS booth over to your booth. We stopped and talked to him about the dice. They're really
on
cool.
Our show. Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm gonna do. We're on 3.
Yes.
God.
For number 3.
So this is probably gonna be number.
What
3.
order is yours in, Mike?
I don't do order.
Well, then why are you asking what number it is?
Because I you know how I like to.
He's doing it on feels. Feels.
He always does it on
feels.
feels.
Chaos.
Yep.
Exactly. All right. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm gonna switch this. I'm gonna switch it. I'm gonna go to this.
This is why we do it in order.
Yep, no worries. Nope. I like going back and forth. Okay, so for number 3, one of the I really enjoy supporting local stuff, doing local things. And one of the best things you can do for someone who has too much stuff is get them. It seems a little bit, I don't know, you can make it fun. You could put it in something like this. But get to your local game shop or find a publisher that has online gift cards and get them a gift card or maybe a couple gift cards to some stuff that's going directly to the people, not Amazon, not Walmart, not those places, which get your games from there if that's what you do. But go online and try and find the publishers that you like of games that maybe you played with them. Be like, oh, I noticed you like their game. They have an online shop. You can go get, maybe there's something there that, you upgrade. Get a gift card to Board Game Geek because they have a shop that you can get a whole bunch of upgrades for. Do something like that to give them, because if they have everything, then maybe they can find something they don't have. But then you're getting that into
or
your
when the
backyard.
next new release comes out.
Correct. Yeah, pre-order or something. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but then if you can get to your local shop, like your local shop's going to be there because of people that support it. So if you can get to your local shop and get something that will get people to go into that store, you'll keep them there, which they're there to help you find the new and great stuff. And I think it's a really good way to kind of keep it local and to maybe introduce them. Maybe they haven't been to the shop, or maybe it's your favorite game publisher and you're like, hey, I noticed you didn't have anything in your collection, but here's a whole bunch of stuff you can go like peruse and see if you like it. But you're giving them the option, right? You're letting them pick something they don't have or something that'll upgrade their bits or whatever. So that's my next one.
So every now and then I do listen to you, and then I ignore the wall, and then I look over to see what people are saying, and I don't know how we got to this, but
Tasting candles.
I don't know what they're talking about over there.
They're talking about tasting candles.
Okay. Either I can listen to you, Mike, or I can monitor what people are saying in there.
Elementary school teacher. I can do both.
I can't do both.
Skills I still have.
So after listening to you, I was like, that's a good one. I look over there and I start laughing. So, so I'm, by the way, no special order on my list. Unusual.
Not unusual. It's becoming more usual for you.
Because we're doing unusual lists.
Uh-huh.
But I'm actually, if you've noticed, been playing off of what you've been doing. Mm-hmm. In some ways. So to continue that, I'm going to lose the picture that I just moved over. Where is it? There it is. I saw this at my local game store, and I thought it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fun.
If you've seen this before, so some game stores are doing this where they have, you can buy yourself a gift if you're a gamer and not know what you're getting. Now, this one, I think it's smart. They put descriptions on them, right? So like this one says, pick me for a smaller version of a classic board game, fun meeples, and a 2-player experience. So I sat there for a little while just trying to guess which, what, just because it's
in and of itself.
Yeah,
Mhm.
another game all by itself. Bubbly art, a family-friendly puzzle game, and a marine biologist approved game.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
Mm.
I thought that
Aquatica.
was a brilliant idea. I actually don't know what they are. You have to buy.
Deep sea diving.
There's a lot of good ones.
You have to go back and buy it. I need to know now.
Yeah, I know.
No.
Is
I
that
know.
Dragon's Lair?
Which one?
Is your local shop Dragon's Lair?
Dragon Slayer. Yeah.
Yeah. I saw Games. Is it Games Unlimited? Kylie's place down in Pittsburgh. He's the first one I saw that did something like that, and it seems like it's an easy way to get rid of stuff that's not selling from the shop. But he's also said like there's some grails in there, like expensive stuff that he had. Like it's kind of the mystery of the whole thing. Like you'll get the one that's a $60 game for $20 or whatever. Yeah, that's kind of fun. That's a good one.
Well, and also, I mean, just because, and it might be some of the ones that aren't moving quite as fast. A lot of that's just marketing. Some of those games are brilliant games.
Yeah.
Those are brilliant games that people just haven't found. And this is a great way to
pointing
find
at what you're saying
Okay.
for emphasis of what
Yes.
you just said.
So yeah, give them a chance. So that's my number 3.
Nice.
He had a really good video of a similar thread of that, where he said like if he put a game in the clearance section, no one would buy it because they thought it was shit and it wasn't selling. That's why it's on the clearance thing. Then he did the same kind of thing, but he would crack the shrink on some and put them in the used section, and people would buy it because they figured that people were playing it or whatever. And then he did that where he wouldn't put him in the gift thing because it's just a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like.
Derek is also saying that Kylie is very smart at his job, which is selling games, but also introducing people to games in a way that makes it approachable, which is fantastic. He's a lovely human.
Julie, your number 3?
Okay, so kind of the same as Mike's, but not entirely. Specifically, somebody's favorite game, they play it a lot. Get the things to trick it out. So my father's work. If you go on Etsy, there's somebody who makes like the tiny little bottles, but has filled them all with cool, weird stuff in them, so that each potion is a potion, and then has has wooden meeples for all the animals, and so you don't have to. You could, if you're a creative person, go to Michael's, do it yourself. But yes, see. But if you're not, and you just there's companies that will sell who have pre-made pre-made like wooden meeples all to replace cardboard tokens already done for you. But things like years back, and then last PAX, it finally made it to the United States. I got the Japanese game Where Am I? Yes. The Alice in Wonderland social deduction game that nobody screams and yells. I love it because nobody screams and yells, and kids love social deduction games, I've discovered, and I have to listen to them play it because Aunt Julie has to be the best aunt.
Bar by. It's
So-
a high bar.
You know what? And it's a constant effort. But that was one that they loved playing. They loved social deduction games, but one where you are supposed to be at the tea party, and you are either placing a meeple at the table, or you are placing the china on the table, and there's point value. There's a rule set of all the point values, so you're watching what people place, and then seeing where they place a character, and then you can also guess who you think they are based on them trying to get the edge in of what they're doing. But so it's a real mini china set, but it's a cardboard table and chairs. And did I go to Michael's and get a dollhouse table and chairs for that? I absolutely did. So something as simple as that, where they play it all the time, and you're like, hey, it's really cool that you play it. Wouldn't it be cooler if it also had this? Again, super thoughtful, doesn't have to be break the bank expensive, and shows that you are paying attention to what games they enjoy playing and enhancing their experience.
Very
If you
nice.
go on Etsy, Levity Games, Levity. Levity Games has a bunch of upgrades for games. The wooden bits with the sticker on it, or the art on it.
Yeah.
They have 3 pages of really cool stuff for games that you can look them up.
Right. You can, and some
Yeah.
like they're super cool. Some things are a little bit on the, like, you can be creative and not spend a lot of money. You can go to somebody there's plenty of companies that do it and they do it well, tend to be a little bit pricier, which is, they're putting the effort in to have a prepackaged thing. So depending on your price point, you could do a lot of different things, but also show that you pay attention to what somebody's interests are, which is also kind of the cool part of gift giving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love the little stuff. Just Arnak alone has all kinds of different stuff because games like that kind of call toward it. But there's all kinds of different things you can get for Arnak.
Yes,
which is great.
Yeah, and there's the Board Game Geek store has a lot of upgrades, right? Like the Quack stuff that you can get.
Quacks, yep.
Yep. Yeah, it's a great thing. Upgrading.
Especially if they have a favorite game.
Yeah. So you're not going to buy them that game again, unless or maybe you do. Maybe it's looking a little threadbare. And you're like, hey, I bought you another copy and I pre-sleeved it for you.
Ooh.
Pre-sleeved.
Happy.
You snuck another one in. You just snuck a different one.
No, that was still bespoking their game.
Sure.
In a different way.
Yep.
I see it.
Nice. All right, so we'll move on to number 2. Okay, Mike?
All right, number 2. If you're playing games with someone who's a gamer, and you're not going to get them a game, get them something to carry their games to game night with. A game bag, you cannot have enough. You really can't. I think there are multiple ones. I forget the black and red one, the name of the black and red one that my sister got me a couple years ago. It holds up really well. But All Play has some really good ones, especially in the newer colors.
Tabletop.
Yeah, Berkey
has them.
Yeah, so there's so many different options out there for really good. They're not like, you could go to IKEA and get an IKEA bag. Those are good too. But yeah, like a professional, like a real game bag. They have ones now that have not a holster, but a side pocket for like your game mats, or pockets around for your dice and your dice trays and your bits and whatever. In addition to like an overflap that has the games that you could put in it. Not just like a Wegmans shopping bag or something. But yeah, there are plenty of companies out there now that have really good game bags that you can carry. The ones that you bump into around Gen Con that are just annoying. Those kind of bags.
Bump into.
Yeah.
They turn and take it out.
That's your fault. You're not aware of their giant back shell. Yeah. So a game bag, I think it's. You could also put stuff in it, right? So it could be a one of those boxes in a box kind of gifts. You open up the game bag, and then inside it is something else. But yeah, I think a game bag is a really good gift to give somebody who has a lot of games, because they're probably coming over your house to play games, or they're going to a game night, or they're going to a convention, something along those lines, where they're probably the person in their group that is the go-to for games. And if they're bringing games to somebody's house because they're the go-to, they need something to carry their games if they don't have it already. And you can never have enough of them.
Yeah, they're awesome. And when they're empty, you could put them inside each other if you have more than one. That's what I always do, so it saves room. And then the cats go in that.
Get them a cat. Wait, no.
But yeah, don't do that. Or do that. There's generally 2 sizes that I've seen that I have. I have the cube size that kind of holds 4. It basically holds a shelf full of Kallax, the normal type. But also, if you're only going to get one bag for them, get one that's longer on one side, because that way they can put their, Concordias or the longer shaped ones that will fit in there as well. So it gives them different options for what they can carry.
Rectangle, not a cube.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's why I switched them around. That's why I put that one at number 2.
Nice.
Mine is my number 2 is the reason why I'm not wearing anything Christmassy, because I wanted to wear an example, which is t-shirts or apparels that go with it. This is Rolling Dice Builds character, is what this says. So, but I have a ton of shirts, because obviously everybody that knows me, even if they're not in games, knows, I'll get them this funny t-shirt and stuff. I love every single one of them. Half of the time there are jokes that people already know and say and stuff. I even just realized that they have socks now that have different stuff. I never saw the socks, so now I got to get myself some socks. Bunch of apparel and stuff. Hats too. Yeah. No, not you. You've already got me some. Stop it. You already got me some. Stop it. But yeah, apparel stuff. It's an easy buy, I think. As long as you know their sizes, you know what kind of clothes they wear, and that kind of stuff. Obviously, socks are actually the easiest one. I think generally, yeah. So,
I have many nerd socks. That is something that Robert absolutely, whenever he sees them, is like, you need these. And I was like, I didn't know that, but okay.
I have tons of like Star Wars and Star Trek and stuff like that socks, but I don't have any board game socks. So I was like, oh, okay. So then I went on a long list of looking at those. So yeah.
Nice.
Last year, Allison got me and the 2 kids ball caps, and on the ball cap was a D20. And then our initials were around it. So Mika, Luca, and myself, cool. We had our first, middle, and last name initials on the hats. It was really cool.
That is very cool.
Yeah, unique and cool.
All right, I'm getting more expensive now. Getting into the super splurgy territory. Speaking of all play, you could get them a game table. Now, there's a wide variety of sizes and choices, and this is probably not one that's going to be a surprise. You're going to have a conversation because you're going to need to fit it. But I think this was more indicative of, because they are so pretty. But also you have again, there's still a range of prices you could talk to. Maybe you don't have the space. Maybe you go with a tabletopper and have just the thing that goes on top of your things. But basically, what I'm saying is are probably, if you're doing this is somebody you live with or they live by themselves. And you are saying, hey, I'm helping you make dedicated space to playing games in your home, which is a much bigger decision. And so if you are somebody who lives with them, if you're not a gamer, that's a pretty big gesture. Saying, I'm okay with you taking up a huge hunk of our living space to dedicate to the thing that you enjoy. If you're both into it, then that works out better for both of you. But, that's kind of a thing. So this was another, so if you're doing it as a present, I feel like this is the one where you are more likely to be like, I have dedicated this much money and here's a picture and we're going to pick it out together kind of gift than just hey, I set this up and there's a big bow on it. Like, that's not really the look you probably want, because
it's coming tomorrow. Good luck.
I have a black game and table down in our basement instead of like a wood one or a white one, because it came with Robert, and that was part of the deal. It wasn't a it didn't stop me but I certainly wish I had input. I just didn't know him before when he picked it. So there we are.
Yeah, I don't think I would I wouldn't take the approach of, I want to get you this, let's go pick it out together, because then they will talk. They'll be like, no, don't get it, blah, 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 and then you won't get it. I would just...
Right. Like, I would say,
yeah.
I've already put a deposit.
Right. Put the money in, deposit or whatever it is. Yeah. Yeah. And like you said, there is a cheaper choice if the game table doesn't work out. There's the toppers, game toppers, which is amazing. So those are still awesome. Yep.
So
Yeah,
again,
good
it's a
choice.
big deal. It's a big deal because it is a lot of money, but it's also a big deal because you're saying, I'm good with us having dedicated space to playing games.
Well, and if you don't, if you need a dining room table, you could get the one that has the top like this, and it
Yeah.
serves both ways.
I
As long as you don't spill.
well, no, you can get vinyl, like,
Oh,
so
okay.
not just a player mat, but you can get vinyl mats that are the just heavy plastic. Ask me how I know. I have 2 game tables in my house.
Nice.
One in the basement and one in our dining room.
Yeah, that's excellent. That'd be a great. Yeah, there you go. That's a thing I want, Mike. Let's see if that comes my way.
I'll get you
that-
one. I'll go to what is it, Hobby Lobby or Michael's or whatever, and get you
the
a
little
dollhouse
tiny one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I gotta watch what
You can roll a die on it. That's about it.
Yeah. And I will.
Adorable.
It's a gaming table.
All right, we're down to number 1. Mike.
I would almost bet. I'm not gonna, because I don't think he's gonna do it. But I would almost bet Chris could figure out my number 1.
I mean, didn't you give me a link to your number 1?
Damn it! Yeah, I did.
So yeah, I can guess your number 1.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, bring it up.
I'm quite the sleuth.
Yeah, you are. I forgot I gave them to you. Damn it. Whatever. So yeah, these I've talked about these enough. The card token, the holders
Yes.
from Burnt Island. Yeah.
Yes.
Not only, I mean, are they a great company, and I love everything Helena does with them, with KTBG and Burnt Island.
Yeah.
But these things, like they're solid plastic. They're not like a cheapo kind of plastic. They're really really durable, and they are thick enough where they don't only, it's not just a card holder. Like this thing will hold, this is a first player token from TMG from a while ago. Like it's a thick, like it'll hold tokens in there. It doesn't necessarily just hold cards. They come in a pack of 5. You can get 2 of them, and you'll cover 5-player games where you can have 2 of them together. These things are great. I bring them all the time where I'm going, and they're just, you need them or not. And if you need them, you want to have these. They clean up the table in front of you. If you have hidden information, obviously, you're not. It's like Scrabble tiles. If you remember the old Scrabble tiles, like you're just gonna hold that stuff up. But they just, like, you fit 2 sets of them in one box without that insert. So you have 10 of these things that you can bring to game nights. So if, for somebody that has, you're looking for a gift for someone, I think this is just rock solid. They're awesome. Right? There's nothing else I can say about them. That they are just awesome.
Yeah.
You want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
I gave one of those to my Secret Santa this year.
Nice. There you go.
That's a great one. Nice.
Yes, Michael.
Perfect.
You are correct.
Yeah, they're fantastic. They really are. I mean, they're not a cheap plastic. Like, you just think about a card holder. Like, some games have them, and I've seen, like, they could be 3D printed. That's fine, but like these are really just a solid plastic that just hold. I haven't. I mean, you'll have a couple that come off the side if you just rocking one of them, but they always come in handy. They're like having a nice dice tray or a nice, like, gaming bits. Those little component trays or whatever that you have out there. I think these things are they're just great.
I like the slight curve to them.
Yep.
Make it so people can't easily see. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, they're
Very
awful.
nice.
But I also, like, they're not just card holders, right? The idea that you can, like, depending on, like, if you're playing a tile laying game, like lanterns, you can put your things in there. Or if you have, you're playing Life of Runeterra, right? And it's a tile laying game, you put those tiles in there. They don't just hold cards. They're just great. Yeah, Fantasy Realms. Yeah, you hold your deck of cards Like any card game, obviously, but even further, like the fact that they hold tokens, they hold tiles, it's just great. Not too big tiles because of the curve. Like you can't if it's too
Right.
too wide, right? The straight won't work. But
Unless you put them that way. Yeah.
sure. Yeah. So Burnt Island Games, they're on the website. I think Chris put the link to those in the
It's in the
in
description.
the thing. Those are great.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
They're perfect.
My number one is one that I saved it for number one because it's probably my favorite of them. I can't have them, unfortunately, because I don't have any space for them. But I love it every time I see them in someone's game room. And if you go to Board Game Geek store or boardgamegeek.com and then go to their store, you can look up artist series, and you can get these amazing posters that artists in our industries have redone or themed for, different games. If their favorite game is in here, I mean, just amazing. If not, there's probably something in here that they love, right? I mean, you got Power Grid, you've got Galaxy Trucker. I love that one. Love all of these. They're just so amazing. Arnak, place. And they're a different look to it. It kind of classes up any game store. I mean, not game store, game room.
Game store.
Yeah, well, game store too, actually. I'm surprised I haven't seen them in game stores. They're a little pricey, depending on the size you get. You can get a smaller size. If you get a bunch of smaller ones, it might be better than one big one, but you can get a big one too. Yeah, there's some really cool games in here too.
Look at that.
Needs more
Hey,
Final
Matt.
Girl.
Nice. Hey, Matt. But yeah, that's my number one. I love the look of them. Great work.
They're great.
I love art. Yeah.
And they're not done by the artist either. They're done by an artist, but not the
It's
game
another
artist.
artist. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of them are artists on other games, but they pull them from there. So you get all these different new looks, these almost what ifs kind of ideas, right? That's kind of great.
Like, what if Quan Chai did the Final Girl series or something? Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. So, Julie, what's your number one?
All right, my number one. I gonna cost you the most. Is either taking them to a convention or to a game place retreat. Specifically to play games. So there's a couple of them. This is the one that's in, I think, what is it, Missouri?
I've
Right
heard
around
about
the corner
this, but
from New York.
I have never been to this one. I've been to, but Ravenwood Castle is I've been to probably once a year for the last couple years. And so there are places, there are fun little nerd retreat places that have board games, have their own library. And so you can go with a group of friends, or you could just go Ravenwood Castle, they have rooms, so you can go just you, but they have a great hall where they have food prepared, so that you have a set meals for when you're staying there. But then in the in-between times, it's these big, huge bench, long tables, picnic table bench indoors that you can play games at, that they have a library specifically for people to play games at. You can sign up for what's your local convention or something close to you, and make a full weekend of playing games with the person you love and taking time off and spending time with them doing their hobby. That's my number one. Giving them your time and attention and a place to play. And if they are super introvert, maybe it's just a getaway, just the two of you. If they are more of are really into the convention vibe, what's a local convention you can go to for the weekend?
Yeah.
Maybe it's a Gen Con. I don't know. That to me seems bananas. You're not really spending time then. You're just go, and that's it. But maybe that's their a dream that they of something they want to do.
Yeah.
So that's my
Yeah.
number one gift.
And some of these don't have to be that expensive. There's local cons,
Correct.
or ones that are 2 or 3 hour drives from you, stuff like that. Yeah, we try to look for ones like in Austin or Dallas and stuff. That's
So I grew up in Massachusetts, and TotalCon or Total Confusion is in my hometown at the Embassy Suites in my hometown. So I try to go visit my sister when it's in
Combine 'em.
town and go and take the kids. So up until this past year, they thought that was a convention, and it's about 200 people, and it's great. Like they Emerson Masucci's been there as a special guest. Bonacore's been there as a special. Like they have people come in. They do a lot of RPGs. It's just, again, locally is Wise Wizards, so they're usually there. And so it's still about 200 people. And every time they went, they're like, this is amazing. This is massive. And then I took the boys to Gen Con. And I think they compartmentalized real well or dissociated. They dissociated. That's actually the better word. They just everyone, a lot of shutdown because they're introverts like me. But also, unlike me, they didn't know anybody. So there was a lot of me being like, hey, how's it going? How you doing? Hey, and then who are you?
Yep.
This is a good idea too. This one with the Dice Tower cruise. There's several cruise. I think BGG does a cruise as well. Cruises are a great way to do this. You already have your room kind of booked into it. You can, if you're not that much into board games, let them,
Well, if
show
you're
you some
not,
board
there's
games
also
and
things
stuff.
like Joko Cruise, which is nerd adjacent and
Yep.
music, but they have a lot of board games because there's a Venn diagram of both. So that's a good one. There's the two big ones are BGG Cruise and Dice Tower Cruise, but there are other ones that are nerd centric where it's not just, and even if you're not even if you're going to those, it's a cruise. There's other stuff to do.
Oh yeah.
Joko.
Joko, yeah. Not Yoko.
No, that's a cruise.
That would be a
That's
very
cruise I
different
don't-
cruise experience.
Yeah, I don't want to be on that cruise.
No, that's a great one, and it's honestly probably one of the best things you could do is give them your time and experience.
Yep.
Actual experience is better than any one little item or something. But yeah, great pick.
Yeah, it's a good one.
There you go. Now go shopping.
Yeah.
You have your
Now,
list.
now you can go shop.
Wait, we're not done yet. Go shopping soon, right after we finish.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Any other ideas that kind of floated around? I thought about you can look at if they have a favorite game, they might have expansions for it that you don't know about, or your partner or friend doesn't know about. You could always get. Of course, there might be reasons why they don't have the expansion, so that's a little risky. Sometimes, like I showed, sometimes there's even little plushies and silly stuff that go with the game that they love. So, investigate the games that they love. That's probably one of your best bets.
Robert will set aside a day and have already learned all new games, and then we will play the games that we are on our shelf of shame, but he's learned all the rules, so I don't have to go learn the rules. And he'll do the teach, and we'll play 4 or 5 games, and that is a magical
That's awesome.
present whenever that happens. Again, it's games we already own that we wanted to play but haven't got to because that's our lives. And ones typically, and especially if it's a present, it's ones that I wanted to play that he might not necessarily have been so excited about. But it's still board games, and he'll still and so that's a gift. And I've done the same for him, where I've learned all the rules and watched all the videos. So we've done that for each other. Because buying more games when you have as many games as we have is just, it becomes perilous.
Mhm.
It's dangerous. So that's
I'm happy to hear that he plays games.
Yeah, I know. most games that he plays nowadays are the games he's looking to test to see
Right.
if he's going to pick them up for his company. So he
Right.
plays a lot of games. He very rarely plays games just for funsies anymore.
Right.
So it's become
Yep.
work, and that is, I mean, for me as well. But I think the arc for me, it's happening to him timeline wise past. Like I started doing this as a job, where it was my job to play and assess games. Before it was him, he was still playing games for media and entertainment. So I think it's a little bit different. Doing it to just assess and see if you're going to have to edit it, fix it, dev it. Happened to him later. So I had the burnout and came back. I think he's having a little bit, like, he's going through the burnout right now a little bit, but there's light at the other end. But also it's something that I had to be like, okay, you do this because there was joy. So let's find the joy again, which I'm now back at, which
Well, that's good.
But yeah.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of that when it's your hobby and then you make it your job.
Yeah, I've played 2 games today for work. And then after this, after we're done here, I might play another game just for fun. But you know, it's you can overdo it sometimes, so you have to kind of monitor that.
And mine is, I take it like if it's a light game, if I'm just going to do a whole string of super light games, then that's what I'm going to do. If I have the time to enjoy a heavy Euro or a campaign game all in one weekend, I will savor those moments now because they don't come nearly as often as they used to. But I don't, beat myself up about it. I used to be like, well, you used to love this. What's wrong with no, you don't have time. So when you have the moments, you have the moments. Right now, I'm doing the exit advent calendar with my nephew. So I do an exit puzzle every day, and he does them. And then every once in a while, we get on and do FaceTime and talk because he's 15. And this is honestly, it's the coolest thing ever that he still wants to do it, and he's 15, and he's still he'll call me up and be like, and have you played any of the exit calendars?
Not the calendar yet, but I have it.
Okay.
We want to do it, but yeah. All
of them are kind of goofy, the writing. It's very dad humor. I don't mind it. I think it's actually great for what it's supposed to be. I think it's perfect. But he still he'll be like, I'll be like, all right, so do you want us to just read it, skip it, and just do the puzzle? Do you want to read it? He's like, no, it's okay. You can read it to me. Because he still wants me to read to him, even though he's 15, because I used to read to him all the time when he was little. But you can't at 15 be like, can you read to me? So this is and it's the best. It's the best. Cool. It's our little not talking about it pact of I'm still Aunt Julie. It's cool.
It's cool.
And then he usually gets the puzzles way faster than I do because that's how his brain works. So he can then be like, but I'm smarter than you. And I'm like, yes, you're very smart. Shut up. And that's our magic little exchange. It's 15 minutes. And then, or he'll trash talk me by texting. Nice.
That's funny.
Have you done this one today? Because I finished it. Took me 5 minutes. I guess you're
awesome.
You're so cool.
Don't get them on Wordle then.
Yes. So that's I play at least that every day for December, and maybe that's it. Maybe that's it for the whole week. But I'm getting, making sure that I'm getting gaming in, which is until break, and then pile. I'm ready.
The game I'm thinking about playing after this, and it's 10 p.m. by the way. I'm thinking about playing right after this is one that I finally tried. I've had it on my shelf for a while. I was so excited to get it, and it's taken me this long to do it, but I finally tried. It's Dark Quarter, and it's freaking amazing. We've gone maybe I think 2 intermissions in, and every day I'm like, can we get it in tonight? Can we do some more? It's amazing. I love it. Yeah, so
that's cool.
Can't wait to jump back into it.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
You been playing anything, Mike? Anything recent? Besides your own game?
No.
No?
I mean, No. I have nothing really too new. I'm working the project I'm working on with Intersection, and Concrete Canvas. I've been looking at and adjusting, and nothing really. I mean, we tried to attack Arkham LCG again, and I went insane last Tuesday. So we're going at it again tomorrow. So we'll see how that
Nice.
works.
I've been playing light stuff. Although I will say, so thematic for family gatherings that you might be having because it's the holidays. Flow, which is so simple. And so if you've watched the movie, which was on Netflix, I think it's still okay. So it was done entirely with Blender. It's an animated done entirely with Blender by, I believe it was, I want to say Latvian. I feel really bad. I don't remember. Like a group that a brand new company that had no money, obviously. So they did it all in Blender, which is royalty free, and they didn't have to pay for it. But they made an entire animated movie about a post-apocalyptic world. FLOW, flow. That is, it's for the protagonist is a black cat, and it's a post-apocalyptic world. So there's no humans, and the water starts rising and rising, and so has to befriend a capybara. I can't remember the ringtails, whatever the animal.
Lemur.
Thank you. And a dog, and they're all in a boat, and then there's birds, and there's there's other animals, but there you see all the remains of human society. And so there's this existential crisis baked in, but also the idea of their lives are constantly at risk and in danger, but the serenity of being in the present and just accepting, like animals do, the now among what could be despair and chaos. It's beautiful, and it's beautiful. I've watched it many times. There is a board game that is just a real-time timed tile laying game where you're trying to get the 4 animals from the grid in the corners to the center. You can only pick up a tile and lay it down, and then you have one card that lets you mitigate the tile placements that you can play. And you have 1 minute at a time. At the end of every minute, the water rises and takes away a row and a column. And if you run out of tiles, you lose. If you get them all to the center, you win. It's super simple. Real basic, but they have a YouTube timer that is the music from it, and you can hear the water ebbing and the ding of a what I want to say, the bell of a buoy, like one of the at sea buoy type. So it's this very soothing sound, and then suddenly it's up, and you're like so you're frantically doing stuff while you're hearing the sound. So the theme of it is completely reflected. It is the easiest game to play, but so deeply thematic tied to the movie that it was that we've played it like tons over and over. My game, like in between other games, we're like, okay, flow.
Sounds like a blend between Escape and Suro or something like that.
Yeah, it's meant for younger. This is a absolutely family friendly game. But as a gamer who plays in a gaming group, it is a delightful palate cleanser. So if you're thinking about bringing anything for a family, it is fully cooperative. So you're not playing the 4 animals. You can have as many people as you want. It's chaos if you get a ton of people, because you only get so many rounds before everything goes. But I feel like, yes. So playing, and we're like, no, nothing. You can't. You just put it type of thing. Pointing at the tiles. So that's what.
When the minute is over, is there like a pause to reset, or is it just the next?
No, there's a pause.
Right
I'm sorry. You roll 2 dice, and they give you the XY axis of what you're removing of a row and a column of tiles.
Okay.
And then you start the timer again.
And then you do it again. Interesting. Yeah. That's cool.
So it's a 10-minute game, and it's just tiles and a board and 2 dice and a small deck of cards. So set up, and you just put the tiles out, make sure that they're face down.
FLOW. Yep.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, I wrote it down. Looking that one up.
Yeah, that's a good one. And Threads of Fate, which is another Not an exit game, but it is a puzzle box game. I really love puzzle box games. I play a lot of them. But that's Post Curious, and Post Curious does some amazing puzzle box games. So if you're into puzzle box games, anything by Post Curious is awesome. They're well thought out, but they're also so Exit's a little bit more straightforward. I don't know how to put it, but like they're good. But
they have the same mechanism kind of to work with that wheel each time.
Yes. And also narratively, like I said, the narration is not really what they're really into. They're just using it to get to the next puzzle. And I feel like Grand Gamers Guild's 18 deck cards are kind of the same thing. It's like they have a lot of the good dad jokes and stuff, but they're not really about the narration. The narration serving the purpose of getting to the next puzzle. Post Curious, the story is completely interwoven with each puzzle. In a way and most of them are a mystery. So Light in the Shadow is a good starting one, but it's about a girl, your friend has disappeared into the woods. She is missing and you are kind of mean to her and you think maybe she ran off because of how you were behaving. And so all the puzzles are dealing with guilt or bad feelings or jealousy, like all the reasons why you might have been in a fight, that you're trying to unearth your feelings. And as you're thinking internally, it's unlocking things that are helping you remember where she might be. So the story is...
Wow.
Yeah. So this one is about Threads of Fate is a much bigger one. It's the rune stones that you can find all over, Northern European countries. And so they their actual locations are part of it, but it's about a person who was a doctor who has been studying them, has disappeared, and you've been hired as like a private investigator to find them from her school. But as you start searching stuff, you're wondering if there are reasons for trying to find her. Like maybe she's in hiding and maybe they're not good. Is part of it, and all of it being about these runestones, which you're learning about the actual runestones that really exist, and their coordinates are part of the puzzle. What it's a very cool one, and I'm only partway through it, and I have to finish it, but that's Christmas break.
There you go.
That's really cool.
That's cool.
So,
I haven't heard of that one yet.
If anybody likes puzzle box games, I play them all.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
That's some good recommendations.
Yep.
I like this.
Oh, yeah.
I will probably look into those. We love the exit games. We love those puzzle games and stuff. So unlocks and that's cool.
Yeah.
The story is sounds very deep, very real.
And they have other ones that are a little bit lighter in theme as well. But those are like, it's funny because when I go to their booth at a show or something, I'm like, okay, The Light in the Mist. They're like, okay, these are the ones. But they have other ones that are thematically a little bit still very intricate, but not as profound.
This is getting off of board games, but did you ever play the Myst series?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, we've gone through all of those, and we've searched for as many different other games that are like it and stuff, and we've run out of games at this point, video games that we can find that are great ones. So, yeah, I'm always kind of asking around if somebody else knows of a secret Myst-like game that I haven't hit yet. So,
there was not really.
Abduction was one of the more recent ones. Not recent, but yeah.
There was one on Netflix that actually felt. I mean, it was Myst super light, but it was that feeling adjacent. That I'm trying to remember that I played, but it was like an afternoon. It didn't take me a long time to play.
Yeah.
It wasn't like super light, but it also, when you're working and you only have so much time to put into it,
yeah, we like to do them together. Like there was a recent one that's really amazing. It's called Chance to Sonar, and it's a very simple video game, but we do it together. We finished it, unfortunately, but you are learning languages, a different, not real languages, like made up. So you come up to someone and they talk, and it just gives you a bunch of symbols, and you're like, okay. And then you go wander around and stuff, and you find a symbol, and it's above a shop that has coffee, and you're like, oh, that means coffee, and you actually have a thing to write down coffee. And then when you go talk to somebody, they go symbol, 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 coffee symbol, and you're like, you're learning the language. Like, it's amazing. It's really fun to go through.
There was a team of MIT students who did something very similar back in 2009-ish. They were at PAX East, but specifically for learning Mandarin, for English speakers learning Mandarin.
Oh, I think I saw that. It was a game that had you could learn Chinese or Mandarin, or I think they had several ones, or maybe I'm thinking of someone else. But they had different games for different languages that you could learn.
A lot of that from both PAX East and BFIG, which is a lot of MIT students as well. Those two gaming conventions in Boston, you end up getting a lot of the MIT crowd that are, and when I was still living there before I moved.
Shadowgate. Is that a game you're recommending, or just saying words?
I think that was in reference to asking a question, or us saying, here's a game, but I don't remember, kind of thing. But now it's gone. Yeah. But also, so if naming games, there's Dialect, the RPG about creating your language, which is super cool. And I'm pointing to it. It's right. I have a bookcase of RPGs right there. Dice here, RPG books here.
Have you ever played First Contact board game?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of fun. It kind of the same idea. That's one person plays aliens, the other person plays humans, and you can do teams. It's not as good in teams as I feel like it's more of a 2-player game, really.
Yeah.
But we've done it on this show once or twice. Yeah, it's
it was a good time.
Yeah, we do not do well, Mike and I, in these kind of games. I think I crashed our playing 3 times when we played. What's it called?
Sky Team.
Yeah, Sky Team.
Yeah, out of the gate. The intro scenario.
The intro.
Right.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're not a great team, but it's hilarious every time. So,
so also, what's the the dungeon game that you can't talk? Everybody, 5-minute dungeon.
I haven't played that one.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you have 4 characters.
Mm-hmm.
Each of them has a role. Nobody can talk. You have to get into a dungeon, get the thing, get out of the dungeon. But I can only move north.
Magic Maze.
Magic Maze. Thank you. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Oh, I've never played it, but I've heard a lot about it. Yeah.
And I have seen people lose their minds with their friends because they can't do it. I will say the best experience I can't play it again because the Greenbrier Games team, we were really good at trusting each other with each other's jobs. We played it, and I just remember it was dead silent, and I'd move up, everybody was doing somebody moved left, so I just knew when I had to move up, I'd wait patiently, and then I would move up, and just once with somebody not paying attention, and you have the little thing that people are supposed to tap in front of the person, and I watched people slam it and everything. Literally, Jeff picked it up and put it in front of Zach, and Zach went and moved. Only time, and everybody around us is like, "We get it. You like each other." So that's I would love to watch the two of you try to attempt that.
That would be fun.
Amazing.
That is one of my. We've talked about game.
Somebody says it's my worst game. It's a terrible game if you're playing with apparently not Greenbrier Games as a group. But it is hilarious to watch. It is absolutely a spectator kind of thing.
I'm pretty sure it says in the rules that you're not allowed to do what everyone does with that thing in the game. You're not supposed to slam it in front of somebody. but that is one of my top. There's the snap from Sheriff of Nottingham, which I think is just great because you feel all the emotion on either side once that bag is unsnapped. And that red pawn in Magic Maze, when it's getting slammed in front of you, and you have no idea, you can't talk, and you have no idea what the hell it's being used for. Like what? I don't get it. What? And inside you're screaming.
Genuinely,
it's so great. It's so great.
It says put it in front of the player, and we literally followed the instructions. And Jeff picked it up and went
right.
And Zach went, oh.
Yep.
Everybody was like, screw you guys. Like it was
no one does that. No one does that because you have no patience because the time it's running out and you have it in front of somebody and you want to remind that somebody that it's in front of them and it's just constant. It's oh my god, that game that would be the end of the 42, I think, playing that game with Chris. I think that would be
well, then we got to do it.
Oh my god.
No. We got to find an online thing or something. I don't know how to do that, but yeah.
But the other one, and then the other one that you said was
Sheriff of Nottingham.
Sheriff of Nottingham. So, but more to that, back when Tony Galati was doing sales for Arcane Wonders, I played on a channel something, a live playing it with him. And I was so bad, and I was getting beat so badly that they were joking about starting a GoFundMe for me, just so I could get something smuggled past.
Oh my god!
I had nothing to give the poor people of the forest and their families because Tony was just eviscerating me.
That game,
and I haven't played it since, and I have not played it since.
You can play that game and not lie the entire time and still have a shot at winning. But that snap, depending on which side you're on, if you're the sheriff and you're getting bluffed into it, when that snap happens, you feel all the joy because you just fucked them over. But then if you're trying to bluff through and the sheriff snaps it and you know you're screwed, it is just demoralizing. Yeah. And that one little, I hate that they changed it in the new edition.
And that's what Tony Galati did to me.
I love it. I love it.
Tony, if you ever watch this.
That snap is brilliant. And I get it. It was always a problem because they would rip, or I'm sure it was just a component nightmare. But I hate that they changed that from now if you touch the bag, it's considered open. It loses that entire feel. That's because you can just play with it enough. And then as soon as you hear that snap, you're just...
Mechanics like that, right. And especially like, if it's a super take that thing, you need that physical moment. Mm-hmm. We did Barbarian Battlegrounds.
Yeah.
You had the little flags in front of like you captured the flag. So you had your little flags in front of you. And somebody physically reaching over and taking your flag and putting it in front of their fort. It's like I'm going into your personal space, and now it's like anything like that. It's really, I mean, if you're going to do a versus game, do the versus game.
Yeah, I forgot about that game too. That's a good one.
This is how we know whenever the show's coming to an end. Whenever the dad jokes start flying in from Evan.
Barbarian Bar Mitzvah. I don't understand that one.
It's Evan. Evan. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming. It was an awesome show. I think. What was the one? I actually wrote one down, but now I can't read my own handwriting. What was the one you said, Mike?
Me?
Yeah, you said one on here that I was like, "Ooh, I got to write that down." You did the mat rolls. You did the
codex.
Which one?
The codex.
Oh well. I'll go back and watch it. Everybody else go back and watch it.
I did the codex. I did the gift card. I did the game bag, and I did the Burn Island stuff.
No, maybe it wasn't yours. It was Julie's. I can't read my own handwriting because I did it with my
Perfect.
left hand because it's over on this side, and I can't write very well with my left hand, so it's just scribbles. I have to go back and watch our own show.
Show it, so we can decide. We can try and decode it.
Oh God. No. It's on top of notes from my my work, and I can't show that.
Yeah,
That's
you drew
fair.
it. I get it. You drew a penis. It's okay.
Oh yeah. Well, here I'll draw that.
Mhm.
All right. Well, it's been great being on
yeah.
the show, guys.
That's when you know it's over. All right. Thank you everybody for watching. Very much enjoy it. Get all the gifts for all your gamer friends, or at least spend time with them playing games. That's really the best gift.
It's a good one to do.
Thanks for being on,
Julie.
Joel.
Julie, always
Oh,
a
yeah.
pleasure. Thanks for
This was
coming
great.
on. Oh no, this is late. I guess we should have said this at the top of the hour, but Chris is busy next week, so there will be no show next week.
That's true. Family stuff.
Which means we won't see you until the 29th.
Mhm.
So it'll be the last show of the year. And we're going to get together with the Rundown folks and do our board game art of 2025 bracket tournament like we did last
Yes.
year.
That was a fun episode last year, so that'll be a fun one.
So no show
right.
next week. So Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Happy
Yes.
Hanukkah.
See you
Happy
Happy
holidays,
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah,
all the
Christmas.
things.
Yep.
And we'll see you 2 weeks.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.